Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Code Without Barriers Hackathon 2025 Problem Statement Sharing Session. Today, we have SJ Group with us, and the topic of the problem statement is AEC Market Intelligence Navigator, AI driven market analysis for strategic positioning. Over to you, Maria.
Thank you, Sarah. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session. I have a brief presentation. I will take you through the problem statement in great details and try to answer some of the questions, and then we'll have time for Q&A at the end. Here on my screen. Hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. I want to start with a brief overview about SJ Group and how we created this problem statement. Our industry, which we defined as architecture, engineering, and construction, or AEC, it's rapidly evolving, and that requires us to stay ahead of trends, anticipate client needs, and also respond to competitors' movement. So Surban & Jurong, or SJ Group, it's a global urban infrastructure and managed services consulting firm. We represent a diverse collective of problem solvers for the built environment, and our mission is to create real impact made together. We are headquartered in Singapore, but we represent a global pool of 16,000 people across 120 offices in over 40 countries. That includes architects, designers, planners, engineers, facility managers, and other specialists. In these days, that includes software engineers and coders and data scientists and analysts, and that's really a growing now talent within our organization. So with this problem statement, we are looking to leverage our market intelligence and to minimize the limitations that come from the manual processes, such as fragmented and siloed data collections, also large volume of unstructured informations, and also time-sensitive monitoring of industry news and publications, potential leading to missed critical signals. A good example is what we are experiencing today with, let's say, all the tariffs that are being announced and the daily changes, and both how it affects our industry, but also different regions. So understanding, let's say, how it affects, let's say, construction materials, right? It could have a big effect. So staying on the top of these news cycles and being able to very quickly analyze them and convert them into critical signals, it's important to us. So to overcome these challenges, we are seeking to develop this AI-driven market intelligence system that is tailored to our industry. And the solution should help us aggregate both structured and unstructured market data, and then provide predictive insights such as emergent client needs, project opportunities, and also regulatory shifts. So from there, we'll seek to connect that to market signals and create actionable business development initiatives. And we want to continuously learn and adapt based on the market outcomes. A good example for that, it's a recent conversation with the business development director in one of our brands. We had a discussion on how in environmental design, building data centers and providing renewable energy has become a very fast-growing market. And he expressed that regret that going back 3 years ago, where AI and the demand of data centers and energy was in a very early stages, we didn't recognize that that demand will escalate to such an extent and create kind of almost a new market sector for data centers powered by renewable energy. So we, while have some capacity, we didn't foresee that we needed to build a lot more capacity and capture that market sectors. And some of our competitors did that. So we have some catching up to do. So that's just an illustration of some of the signals that we are looking to identify. So the data sets that could be used for creating these solutions vary from industry news articles, professional publications, conference proceedings, but also competitors' project portfolios. So looking at competitors' websites, social media content, and also public tender announcements. So the understanding who our clients are and the potential work. And we also want to search for regulatory updates and economic indicators. And as I talked about, the construction market forecasts are important to us. And when available, we can also look at SJ project data and client information. And I realized that you're not going to have all these data sets, but we want to work with you. We'll have other information sessions, identify good samples, and build the solution in such a way that more data sets can be added in the future. So there are currently a number of market intelligence tools that exist in the market. I did a quick research here and identified a few, but however, they are not domain specifics that understands what is required for our industry. So that's why we are seeking to build this solution, because we want to contextualize technical publications in market signals for our industry and identify project opportunities, integrate competitors' signals and insight, and also align market intelligence with our unique capabilities and goals. So what we are seeking to develop is what we call the AEC Market Intelligence Navigator. The basic functions is to develop an agent, an AI agent that can monitor, collect, and analyze industry news, publications, and social media content. And from there, we want to identify and categorize also competitor activities, project wins, strategic movements, and then look at also our client information. From there, we want to build a dashboard that visualizes these market opportunities both geographically and by sector. And also, we seek to have an alert system that identifies high potential business leads that can lead to formal RFPs. A good example is, let's say somebody's planning to build an airport. Typically, that will be in the news before the RFP is issued. So we want to be able to identify that in advance. In addition, we've identified several advanced functions. You don't have to consider all of them. You can implement one or more. And these functions are one to build client needs assessment function that anticipates the requirements based on public statements and industry trends. We do work with a lot of governments, and all that information is readily available. And then implement a predictive analysis that it's able to forecast future projects opportunities. And also create a competitor intelligence that features strengths, weaknesses, and positionings that are relative to SJ Group. And also design a regulatory impact analysis component that can predict how policy changes will affect different market segments. And again, kind of the goal is to create this strategic alignment engine that matches opportunities to our capabilities and growth objectives. So the tech stack to do that are going to be within the Microsoft portfolio, including but not limited to Azure OpenAI, Azure Managed Database, and Azure AI Search. For the dashboard, you can utilize Power BI. There will be training provided by Microsoft, and you'll have access to these tools. We are still finalizing the price details, but our goal is to offer 2 6-month paid internships within SJ Group. The tentative location currently are in Singapore and Australia, and the winners will be working within the SJ Global Technology Organization and also interact with SJ Innovation Team. And as part of this internship, we will also offer one-on-one mentorship, along with the opportunity to really play an active role in supporting our organization and our team as we continue to develop AI initiatives. And I'll pause here and see if there are any questions, and also maybe we can discuss. I know, Sarah, if you want to add something to the training that we'll be providing and the next steps.
Yes, Maria. So what I have done is between your problem statement sharing session is I have posted the problem statement link for the participants, as well as I have also posted the link to the Discord channel, which is dedicated for the SJ group. Uh, Currently, I see a few participants with us on this call. And in case if they have any questions, they can unmute themselves and can ask their queries here. Meantime, what we do is we can wait for a few more minutes in case if anybody has any questions, or else we can call it a day.
And I know we'll have future both information and mentoring session.
Yes, that is there, and it is already available on the website for the training sessions that we have. We have a question in the chat box, Maria. The question is, can you suggest any source for data news that you tend to use?
I mean, they are obviously with massive amounts of industry news and sources. They vary from region to region. So I would recommend that the participants start with researching their region, starting with the, as I said, our industries identified broadly as AEC. So there is AEC news. There are a number of bulletins that are issued on a weekly basis. And then we can help narrow it down if we choose to focus on a certain region. So it's basically the work should start with a general research and building a list of these sources and understanding how this data can be processed. And I think once you do that, come back with questions, and myself and the other mentors will help you narrow it down and shape that data set. And in addition, um, we'll be looking at both SJ and other competitors in the region, and follow them on their news channels and social media, and then identifying lists of key clients in the region and doing the same.
Maria, I think we do not have any more questions. We might have some more questions on the Discord channel. And if we do not have anything to share, we can come to and we can wrap this up as well.
Okay, thank you. And I will be monitoring the channel and answering questions there as well.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone.